Hey everybody, Funky Professor coming at you from the CraftTheory server. This is the second episode of our Let's Play, and I am just getting back, doing a little adventuring, and going back to our base that we've got on the server, so I figured, hey, you know, what time better than now to show off our base. Now, just like Blingbot explained in the first video, our base is, it's really informed off the fact that the server was on hardcore mode for quite a while there, so there was no regen from food, so you had to use potions or golden apples or something like that to be able to regen, so it was a big pain. So we really wanted to make our base as secure as possible, and so we came up with the compound, and that's kind of what we've got going on here. So in order to get into the compound, we're going to use our gate. So you just press this button right here and it's going to open that up for me. Just walk right on through and then I can press that again. And so this was so that even at night I could go into our forest that we've got over here and we could still collect all sorts of lumber. You can see we've got a wall that goes all the way around with some fence and some cobblestone to make sure that no mobs are getting in, skeletons aren't going to be able to shoot us, and we've got torches all over the place so this stuff wasn't spawning in here. And then this is our main base house. So, and we've even got iron doors here, so we were super paranoid making sure nothing was getting in. And so this is the first level of our base. This is our auto charcoal machine. Now you might have seen this on the channel. You can check out the video for that. I'll leave the link in the description below. And you're gonna see a lot of contraptions that you've seen in the Funky Machines series. And I'll leave a link to all those in the description below. But we figured this was a good spot for the charcoal machine because we can just put our raw wood that we collect from our forest out here. We can just bring it right inside and put it into the charcoal machine and get all sorts of fuel. So I'm just gonna go down now. Just to let you guys know, now this is the first base that we built on the server, and this is just kind of going to be our starting base. This was just to kind of get us established on the server, and from here we're going to be really expanding out and building some cool stuff, but we'll let you know about that in another video. So moving right along here, down here, this is our storage area. Now, we just went real basic with this one. We just, we've got some signs on some chests that label kind of what goes where. Like I said, we didn't go too elaborate with our storage system this go around, and we're just keeping some valuable mats right in here. Now, what the nice thing about playing on the CraftTheory server is since everybody's super cool, it's a great community, we don't have to worry about anybody griefing or anybody stealing stuff, so, we don't mind leaving some diamonds out in a chest like this. Normally, we'd probably have those in an ender chest or even, hidden away in a redstone torch key chest somewhere, but, again, since the CraftTheory guys are super cool, we don't have to worry about that. So over here we've got an enchanting setup, and this is my any level enchanting table, and again you can find a video on how to build this in the description below, but it's always handy. Let's just get our enchanting on there, and then we've just got a bay of furnaces over here, a little crafting station, and then this is where Blingbot and I keep our spawn points right under the stairs. And so everything's a bit gray in here. I think we're definitely going to have to get some paintings or maybe a different floor plan, or I don't know. Feel free to leave a comment below if you have some suggestions on how we should maybe spruce up the place a little bit. Like I said, we're just kind of starting out getting established on the server here. So if I go down the stairs, this is all of our animals. So we've got sheep and chickens, cows, and pigs. So we've got it all going on down here, and we've got quite a few of each. So we're going to be set on food for quite a while. Over here, this is where we've got some sugar cane, and then we're keeping pumpkins and melons. This is kind of a new thing that we're doing, where we've got this pattern of sugarcane, melons, and pumpkins that lets us really efficiently use this space, and underneath each one of these half slabs is some water, so that's what's hydrating for the sugarcane and the melons and pumpkins. But it's a really efficient pattern in such a small space. We can hold a bunch of melons and pumpkins, so I might actually do a quick tip video on that a little later on down the road, so keep an eye out for that. Over here, I've got my auto farm. Again, this is something else that I built in the Funky Machine series, and you can find a link to that in the description below. But the way that this works is if I press this button down here, the dispenser in the back there, here I'll just show you, press that button, and it's going to just knock up all the crops for me. And there's some hoppers. Some of these are going to fly out into the front, but that's okay. But there's hoppers in the front, and they're going to go all into these chests right here. So I'll just turn that back off, and I'll replant that a little bit later. Alright, and so over here, this is just a trash can setup that we've got. This is another video that I'll link to in the description below if you want to learn how to make this. But basically, this is just a waterfall, and there's some cactus down at the bottom there. So if you want to throw away some excess items, if you've got some extra zombie flesh or something that you don't want, you can just chuck it down there. And then we've got this is just an infinite water source that we keep underneath the stairs. We like to keep stuff under stairs. It's a nice little hideaway spot. And then on the other side of the stairs here, this is just a simple alchemy setup. This was super important when the server was on hardcore mode because we were making all sorts of healing potions, since that was really the only way that we could heal up. We didn't want to waste all that gold on the golden apples. Usually it's more resource friendly to just make the glistening melons and heal up that way. But this was a super handy setup. Just got a chest with a hopper with some glass bottles or some water bottles in here, and then I just put the mats in up top in whatever order I want, and that way I can just kind of set it and forget it. But that's a pretty handy setup too. I might make a video on this down the road as well. Alright, so that's pretty much the main part of the base here. Again, this is just a super simple setup that we made to kind of get established on the server. We're going to be adding a whole bunch of stuff. Now, there's one last thing I'm going to show you before I call it a video. And down here, this was kind of our strip mine area. And let me just get a mine cart. And let's go for a little ride. Whee! Got a big old ramp right here. It's pretty cool. But so down here, this was our mine shaft. This is where we were going down to get all sorts of gold and diamonds and all of our precious materials. And Blingbot just so happened to come across a zombie spawner down here. And so let me just go ahead and break that. It's going to go into the hopper system, which is kind of cool. Goes right back into the dispenser. But we found a zombie spawner, so since we got a zombie spawner, we had to hook up a mob crusher to it. And again, I've got a video on how to make the mob crusher. If you want to learn how to make that, you can find that in the description below as well. But any second now, you should see some zombies coming out of the top here. And they're all going to gather up inside of here. You can, yep, they're starting to come out now. And if I press this button over here, it's going to basically reduce them down to 1 health, and then I can just kill them really easily with my sword, or I can just grab, you know, some diamond swords, or even just punch them if I want to. And then I've got another little trash can down here. You can see the cactus in there. That way you can throw away any of the, you know, kind of trash, you know, silly gold armor, fire protection 2. Is anybody using gold fire protection 2 armor? Because I know I'm not. So we can throw all that stuff away. And then if we go right in here, this is just another enchanting setup. This is the same table as up top, but this is just so that you don't have to go all the way back to the main base to enchant your gear. You can just kind of hang out at the zombie spawner for a while and do all your enchanting here. We've got an anvil and, you know, an ender chest over here as well. And so that just makes it super convenient. This is actually where I hung out to get all the sweet diamond gear that I'm in right now for when we did the Wither fight. So that just about does it for the base, at least as of right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you liked the video. If you did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and leave a comment below or hit us up on Facebook and Twitter. We always love to hear from you guys. We would love to hear if you guys have any suggestions, and stay tuned for another part of the Let's Play. We're going to be doing all sorts of crazy stuff on this server in the future with all the other Craft Theory guys. And other than that, until I see you guys next time, keep it funky for me.